All right, I see the little red dot and it says that we're live now. Guys, how are you doing? I've been wanting to do this video for a couple months now. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. So I thought I would just do it live. I'm going to do a screen share with you. I'm going to tell you my thoughts, my opinions on it. And all this information comes from niche.com, folks. It's not from me. It's not something that I'm making up. This is from niche.com. It's what this website has put together, and I'm going to give you my spill on it. That way, when you're making your move to Oklahoma City in the Oklahoma City metro area, or you're moving within the Oklahoma City in the Oklahoma City metro area, you can use this as a resource to help you with your thoughts on research in different areas. That's what this video is all about. That's what this channel is all about. So my team and I can help you with those moves and all your real estate needs. If you need to get a hold of us, you know what you got to do? That's the wrong number. Oh my gosh. You know what you guys need to do? Let me put this together right quick. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe I did not have this put together. This is horrible. This is horrible, folks. You know what you got to do when you're making your move to, relocate to, or moving within the Oklahoma City metro area. You got to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or book a Zoom or Google Meet down in the comments below. That way my team and I can help you guys out. Absolutely want to help you out with all your real estate needs. Now, let's get into today's video. So looking at this list from niche.com, best places to live in 2022. Not from me, from Niche. I'm not steering anybody. I'm not telling anything. What they do, they make their own decision, folks. You guys make your own decisions when you're moving to Oklahoma and the Oklahoma City metro area, and use this as a tool when you're educating yourself on the different areas. And this is from niche.com. And for all of our viewers out there, feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, give a shout out from what city you're living in and what you do and don't like about the city that you live in. Absolutely. Give that information to everybody so we can all communicate together and tell everyone together what our pros and cons are of each city. So according to niche.com, I just took this list right here, best places to live in Oklahoma, and then I pulled out all the cities, the top 7 cities from this list from niche.com, and I put it together in this video. So that's the basis of this video. So you see where I get it from. So city number 7, ladies and gentlemen, is Newcastle, Oklahoma, and it's located just to the southwest of Oklahoma City, guys. And I love it when I get to drive to the Newcastle area. I love it when I get to drive down there. It's just beautiful farm fields, beautiful open space. This road right here from the 240 junction to where you get to about the last street here and more, there is some congested traffic right here during what is it called? What is that called when there's a lot of traffic on the road? Isn't there a name for it? Dang it. Comment down below if you know the name that I'm trying to think of. Rush hour. That's what it's called. Absolutely. So during rush hour, there is some congestion right here from 240 to when you get to the last road that goes into more. But after that, it really starts to lighten up. This really starts to lighten up, and this actually becomes, when you jump on right here, this actually becomes a turnpike, folks, and it is smooth sailing on Oklahoma's turnpikes. If that's one thing we've got going for us, is the turnpikes do have less traffic. There's a lot of people that don't like the turnpikes because the way that they were put in, implemented, and still being charged by the states. But that's a he said, she said conversation. But if you are living in the Oklahoma City metro area, you're absolutely going to want to get a pike pass. But some of the things to think about when you're moving to Newcastle, Oklahoma, according to niche.com, they do have A- for their school systems. So that's great for resale. That's great for property values. That's great for people wanting to come to the community, because when you've got good schools, people want to take part in those schools. And then the population, according to niche.com, is 10,425 people. And the real estate, the median home value, according to niche.com, is $218,000. Let's see what the actual stats say. Looking at the last 15 days of sales, the median home value in Newcastle, Oklahoma is actually $289,900 with an average home value of $304,000. So that if that's helpful when you're thinking about moving to Newcastle, Oklahoma, give a big thumbs up right there. That's helpful data. And then let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit more. And it gives you a map of Newcastle, Oklahoma. And those are what's called the city limits. So anytime you do any developing, construction, building, stuff like that, you want to verify that with the city planner. And then, of course, number 5 out of 133 best places to retire in Oklahoma. So that's my spiel on Newcastle, Oklahoma. Let's move on now to number 6, which is Stillwater, Oklahoma. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, what the heck? Why did you pick Stillwater, Oklahoma, Josh? Listen to me. Okay, listen to me. I want to clarify this. If you're living in Oklahoma already, your commute time, you're spoiled. You can get to Oklahoma City in most places in just 30 minutes. In just 30 minutes, you could get to all the great cities that we're talking about on today's video, except for Stillwater. When you're living in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and if you're commuting, it's an hour and 5-minute commute. So bear with me. If you're coming from another place like Seattle, if you're coming from another place like New York, if you're coming from another place like Dallas, if you're coming from another place like San Francisco, okay, if you're coming from those places, your commutes may be a lot longer than an hour and 5 minutes. Am I right? Thumbs up. Thumbs up if I'm right. Come on, thumbs up. So when I'm saying these cities that are the top cities according to niche.com within the Oklahoma City metro area, what I'm saying is that hour and 5-minute commute from Stillwater, Oklahoma City might be half for other consumers relocating here. Okay, so don't get mad at me. Don't be like, Stillwater's not close to Oklahoma City. That is subjective. I think objective, which is an exact, would be it's an hour and 5 minutes drive from Oklahoma City. But long and close are subjective to each individual. Does that make sense? Thumbs up. Thumbs up if that makes sense. Now let's go into Stillwater, Oklahoma. Guys, Stillwater, Oklahoma is awesome. My wife and I, we live out in rural northeast Oklahoma City, and we actually live closer to Stillwater, Oklahoma than we do Edmond, Oklahoma. So we go grocery shopping in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Stillwater, Oklahoma, they have a Sprouts. They have 2 super Walmarts. They have a neighborhood market Walmart. They have Best Buy. They have Lowe's. They have Academy. They have Atwoods. They have Brahms. They have Taco Bell, Pizza Hut. They've got all these niche restaurants all around the Stillwater College, the Oklahoma State University. They have all these cool niche restaurants, and it's super walkable. So if you want to live in a city that's super walkable, Stillwater, Oklahoma, downtown Stillwater, Oklahoma, and still commute to Oklahoma City, that absolutely might be an option for you. It absolutely might be. Now, their school's overall rating, according to niche.com, is A-. The population is 50,000. I think that's a little shy. I kind of think that's a little shy. Me personally, I think the newspaper itself has over 90,000 people subscribe to it. And that's like getting a hard copy piece of paper newspaper in your mail. So I think that's a little shy on the population. The median home value is off on niche.com. Let me show you real quick. Over the last 30 days, your median home value is $250,000, not $185,000. Guys, this is up-to-date real estate data. That's what my team and I are here to do, to help you when you're relocating to, moving to, or moving within the Oklahoma City metro area. We're going to give you the real stats. So niche.com is a little off right here on the real estate values. The median real estate value is $250,000 with an average of $327,000. Okay, so scrolling on down, here's a map of the city of Stillwater. So if you definitely want to do any type of construction inside the city of Stillwater, Oklahoma, absolutely get it approved by the city council. Don't go doing it without their approval. Even if you got to cut a tree down, double check and make sure that you don't cut the tree down and get in trouble for it. Rankings for the whole of Oklahoma City. Best places with public schools, number 3. Best places for young professionals, 13. And best places to raise a family or live, raising a family, whether you got a family or you don't have a family, best places, 13 out of 133 in the state of Oklahoma. Thumbs up. Thumbs up if that's some great stuff. Leave some comments down below if you have questions on any of us. Some of us would work in Edmond too, not OKC. Absolutely, Miss Lucas. Absolutely, Miss Lucas. 100%. Some of you could work in Edmond. And Stillwater, Oklahoma has a ton of jobs too. They have a ton of jobs too. This video is not even going to go over all the job opportunities in Stillwater, Oklahoma, but they've got hospitals. They've got OSU. They've got the city of Stillwater. They got the Stillwater public school systems. They've got several different industries, an aerospace industry. They have an airport in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Tons of jobs in Stillwater, Oklahoma. So you may not even have to commute to Oklahoma City, just like you said, Miss Lucas. That's a very, very good point. How do I thumbs up that? What does this do? Does this do anything? Do you guys see this doing anything? I don't know. That is a very good point, Miss Lucas said. Thank you for that comment. So there's Stillwater. Now I want to show you something else cool that Stillwater, Oklahoma has going on. Look at this right here. Get paid to live in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Now, at the time of this video, this program was available. So you got to verify. If you're watching this program a month or 2 or 3 months later, you want to verify all this information. And you want to verify that you can get $5,000 in down payment assistance for homebuyers inside the Stillwater city limits. You can get $300 credit in Stillwater for living inside the Stillwater city limits. You can get Red Dirt Music Tour with legendary musician John Cooper, free tickets to a live concert at the Tumbleweed Dance Hall, free tickets to the Gypsy Cafe Music Festival. I don't know what that is. And $2,000 tab at Aspen Coffee. Come on, all you coffee drinkers, thumbs up. Who wouldn't want a $2,000 tab at the Aspen Coffee place? And then they also have martial arts classes offered as incentive to move to Stillwater, Oklahoma. What? Yes, that is amazing. Is it not? Thumbs up if you love those incentives on moving to Stillwater, Oklahoma. Now, of course, terms and conditions apply. You got to meet those terms and conditions. But if you want more information on this, guys, you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. You got to give my team and I a call at 405-454-7853. Shoot us a text, send us an email, or book a Zoom down in the comments below so we can help you with all your Stillwater, Oklahoma real estate needs. Now let's move on to city number 5. City number 5. Let me go over here and check off these cities so I stay on task. More Oklahoma, folks. You've heard me talk about More Oklahoma. You've seen those neighborhood drives that I've done on More Oklahoma. You've seen those beautiful homes in More Oklahoma, the closeness to the Tinker Air Force Base, the closeness to the FAA Training Center, the Oklahoma City Will Rogers Airport. Now, they call it a worldwide airport, folks, but, side note, it's not worldwide yet. Sometimes you still got to take other flights into Oklahoma City, and that is kind of a little bit of a bugger, bollocks, and all that stuff. But it is a nice airport to be at. And when you're living in More Oklahoma, folks, not only do you have the options of going to Oklahoma City for work, there's work in More, and there's work down in Norman. And the housing's all affordable. Let's take a look at the housing real quick, and we'll skip that on the niche.com part when we get to it, because I'm going to show you the actual data. More Oklahoma, folks, you can buy into More Oklahoma for the low 200,000s and the average 240,000. Is that not super affordable compared to the national average, compared to everything going on? Absolutely it is. Thumbs up if that's super affordable. Thumbs up if that's absolutely nice. And now let's go into More Oklahoma. More Oklahoma, according to niche.com, school system gets an A+ rating, A+ rating. I wasn't good at math in high school. My buddy William Bailey helped me pass math, actually, and I'm super thankful for him. Great man that he turned out to be, great father. And he's also in charge of a hotel chain. He's also in charge of a hotel chain. Amazing man. So if you're ever going to Florida and you need to know who to reach out to know which hotels to stay at, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. My team of agents at eXp Realty and we can get you in touch with William. More Oklahoma, about a $61,000 population. That sounds correct. And the real estate, that number's off. We already went over it. 219,000, 240,000. This is raw data straight from the MLS over the last 15 days at the time of this video. This is the most up-to-date real estate information, market information on More Oklahoma at the time of this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you like that. There is the city of More. It's located south of Oklahoma City, north of Norman, Oklahoma. It has I-35 running right up the middle of it. So during rush hour, that section, it's busy. It's busy because you got people coming from Norman, people coming from Moore, going to Oklahoma City and going home in the evenings. You've got people coming from Oklahoma City, going to Moore, coming from Oklahoma City, going to Norman. That section of I-35, super busy during rush hour. I'm not going to kid around with you, but that's subjective. That's absolutely subjective. So you want to get on the Google, get on the traffic indicator, and look at the numbers for yourself. To me, going from Moore to Oklahoma City, taking 30 minutes is super long. But if you're from Seattle, if you're from San Francisco, if you're from Sacramento, if you're from LA, if you're from any of those huge populated areas, Virginia Beach, if you're from those areas, a 30-minute commute's nothing. You're like, what the heck you complain about, Josh? 30-minute commute? Sign me up. Sign me up. Am I right, folks? Thumbs up. Thumbs up if I'm right. You absolutely know what I'm talking about. So city number 6, best city number 6, according to niche.com, not me. Not me. I'm not steering. I'm not telling you where to live. I'm giving you information from niche.com that they've done their own studies on. Is Moore, Oklahoma. Some of the things to think about when you're moving to Moore, Oklahoma. Number 5 out of 42 best suburbs to live in for professionals. Number 8 out of 32 best places for young professionals in Oklahoma. And number 9 out of 42 best suburbs to live in all of Oklahoma. But when we're talking about the Oklahoma City metro area, it's number 6. Thumbs up if that was good information. Let's go on to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Number 5 best metro to live in. Number 4th best metro to live in when you're living in the Oklahoma City metro area. Number 4, and it's got an A- overall school system grading. Check out the schools, though. Schools are very important inside the Oklahoma City metro area. Check those schools out on a school-by-school basis. What I mean by that is Oklahoma City is so huge. It's so huge. It's like 4th area-wise throughout the nation of the largest city. It's huge. It goes into 5 different counties. There's lots of different school systems in there. So check out your school system on a case-by-case basis. Population 649,000. I think that's a little short. I think it might be closer to 1 million in population. And then the real estate values, they're off, folks. They're off. Let's take a look at the Oklahoma City real estate values. Let me make sure I've got the right form pulled up real quick. Oklahoma City, I do. Let me scroll down real quick. Let me get you some updated real estate values for the Oklahoma City metro area. $215,000 on average for a home, or $260,000 on average for a home right here, and $215,000 for median value of a home in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Scrolling on down, Oklahoma City ranks number 22 out of 228 best cities to buy a house in America, according to niche.com. And number 43 out of 228 cities with the lowest cost of living in America, according to niche.com. And number 45 out of 22 most diverse cities, according to niche.com, folks. And guys, you got to love that. You got to love everything about the Oklahoma City. And look how huge that is. That's what I'm talking about. That city is huge. It's going into 5 different counties, folks. It is absolutely huge. Top public schools serving the Oklahoma City metro area is Oklahoma Schools, Science and Mathematics, Oakdale Public Schools. See, that's how far out it goes. That's crazy. It goes way north. And Oakdale is its own school system, folks, too. Side note, Harding Charter Preparatory High School. Charter schools are gonna be better. Classen School of Advanced Studies, that's a super nice school. And Memorial High School, that's a public school, but that's in Edmond. So when they're talking about these school systems, you really got to research it. Don't trust everything you read on the internet. And this is all according to niche.com. Crime and safety, it only got a C, but it's one of our highest population cities in the state. So the more people you get around each other, the more upset they get at each other. So side note, keep that in mind. Now let's take a look at, according to niche.com, the 3rd best city to live in the Oklahoma City metro area. The 3rd best city to live in according to niche.com, not me, according to niche.com, is Yukon, Oklahoma, folks. And it's located right here just to the west of the Oklahoma City and Bethany cities. And guys, Yukon's awesome. Yukon is great. It's got great turnpike access. They're not even showing the turnpike right here, but you could jump on this turnpike. You can get down to Mustang. You can get to the south side of Oklahoma City. You could jump up here and get to the northwest side of Oklahoma City. You could jump on I-45 and get right to Oklahoma City. You could jump on the turnpike, get right to Edmond right away, folks. Yukon, Oklahoma, even though it's to the west of Oklahoma City, it has really, really good commute times and really, really great access with all the turnpikes and the I-40s. And even if you want to take the Route 66, that's right, Route 66, you could jump on it and go straight into the town of Bethany, right past the north boundary of Lake Overholser, and have a real nice, calm, quiet drive to work on Route 66. And then you get the Northwest Expressway, which is also called Route 66, and then you'll start getting into a ton of traffic once you get in there. But that's where Yukon, Oklahoma is located right there. Josh, stats on screen is blurry. Can you quote crime stats as you go? Yes, Miss Lucas, absolutely. I'm so sorry about that blurriness. I am trying to zoom in better. I think it's because of my internet. I am so sorry. I will quote the crime stats a lot better. In Oklahoma City, it was a C. In Oklahoma City, crime stats were a C. When we're talking about more, crime stats are a C. In Stillwater, the crime stats are a C. And then in Newcastle, the crime stats are a B. Crime stats are B. And I think all that is related to, Miss Lucas, is population. The more people you get together, the lower the crime stats are usually. So keep that in mind, of course. And yes, I will try to hopefully when this video renders, it comes out with a lot better resolution. Very sorry about that. That's my internet. I live in rural Oklahoma. They just recently passed a bill to help out the internet in rural Oklahoma areas like mine. So hopefully that does help out. Population, Yukon, Oklahoma, I think that's low. I think it has probably 60,000 people in Yukon, Oklahoma, probably 50,000 people, me personally. The real estate stats, let's look at the actual real estate stats. To buy into Yukon, Oklahoma, you're looking at a median home value of $240,000 and an average home value of $270,000. Folks, that's super affordable. That is super affordable. You've got some amazing builders like R&R Homes in Yukon, Oklahoma, amazing builders like Todd Cooper Homes in Yukon, Oklahoma. You got some amazing builders like Homes by Tabor in Yukon, Oklahoma, and Ideal Homes in Yukon, Oklahoma, and D.R. Horton Homes in Yukon, Oklahoma. Folks, when you're making your move, when you're relocating to, when you're thinking about moving within the Oklahoma City and the Oklahoma City metro area, you absolutely have to give my team and I a call so we can help you with all your real estate needs. Especially if you want new construction, you got to reach out to us. We'll get that appointment scheduled with the builder rep in the neighborhoods you're interested in. That way you can tour those homes, and then they'll be able to put together the perfect home for you. And right now, guys, and Brad and I are going to go over this tomorrow on our Q&A. Brad and I are absolutely going to go over this tomorrow on our Q&A about the Oklahoma real estate market, is you are starting to see some incentives from builders. You are starting to see some price reductions by builders, and Brad and I are going to go over that in more detail tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and I cannot wait to do it with you. So scrolling on down, here is a map of the city limits of Yukon, Oklahoma. Very, very tight, small city right there, and it's just located to the west of Oklahoma. And some great facts to know from niche.com is Yukon, Oklahoma is number 8 out of 42 best suburbs to buy a house in Oklahoma, number 8 out of 42 best suburbs to live in Oklahoma, and number 8 out of 42 best suburbs to raise yourself in Oklahoma. This should just say for everyone in Yukon, Oklahoma. It shouldn't be limited just to families. It's for everyone, folks. Absolutely for everyone. And look at this. Yukon, Oklahoma gets a B for crime and safety. So that's great information. And this is probably according to the state of Oklahoma stats and then cross-referencing it to the nation stats. But verify that with niche.com. This information doesn't come from me. This information comes from niche.com. Now let's move on to the city number 2, second best city to live in the Oklahoma City metro area, according to niche.com. Not me. I'm not making this up. I love all the cities. This is according to niche.com, and I'm giving you my perspective on these cities so you can make an educated decision. And for all of you who are like, Josh, we get it. Why the heck do you keep saying that? Because the Real Estate Commission will review my videos and they will make judgments on things that I put out on these videos. And I want to ensure that I'm following all federal and state laws. That's why I keep putting those disclosures out. Disclose is always the name of the game. Norman, Oklahoma. Located south of the Oklahoma City metro area, you do drive through more, so there is traffic going into the city during rush hour, and there is traffic coming out of the city during rush hour, but traffic is subjective. If you live in California, if you live in Washington, if you live in Oregon, if you live on the East Coast, West Coast, all those coasts, traffic probably ain't nothing. It probably ain't nothing. But to us Oklahomans, if we're having to slow down and drive 5 miles under speed limit, by golly, there's too much traffic on this road. Thumbs up. Thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's scroll on down. A, Norman, Oklahoma gets an A minus for public schools, B plus for housing, A minus for good for everyone who wants to live in it, C plus for crime and safety, A minus for nightlife, and an A for diversity. Norman, Oklahoma is a great, great city. According to everyone that I know that I've talked to that live there, they love it. They love it. Now, everyone's got their pros and cons of every single city. Absolutely. But Norman, Oklahoma is number 2 when it comes to suburbs to live in Oklahoma City, according to niche.com. With a population of 124,000, and let me grab you the real estate numbers. $257,500 to live in Norman, Oklahoma as a housing median cost. $277,000 is the average housing cost in Norman, Oklahoma. Guys, when you're looking at a national average of $400,000+ for housing, this is why people are moving to the Oklahoma City metro area. Look how affordable these houses are. Call, text, email me, get on a Zoom call with one of my teammates and I so we can compare apples to apples. We'll show you what you get in one of these cities. We'll look at the pictures together, the square footage together, the yard size, the lot size together, and we can compare that to the other cities that you're thinking about so that you know and you can make the most educated decision as possible. Now, keep in mind, we live here and we're biased. Absolutely, we're biased. We live here. We want you to move here too. Come on. We want to go to the park together, go to the splash pad together, go to the Targets, the Walmarts, all those things together. We want to go shoot some guns together. Come on, man. Second Amendment is alive in Oklahoma at the time of this video. Everything's subject to change. At the time of this video, it's absolutely alive. So let's look at some more of Norman, Oklahoma. When you're looking at Norman, Oklahoma, it's huge also. It runs the whole south boundary of Oklahoma City. When Oklahoma City started gobbling up all that land back in the 70s, I'm sure Norman, Oklahoma started doing the same thing just to protect itself. And right here, folks, this is Lake Thunderbird. Lake Thunderbird, located on the east side of the Norman, Oklahoma. And it's a great little reservoir, great little camping park, stuff like that. And then scrolling on down. And then right here, of course, is where University of Oklahoma is. University of Oklahoma right there. And this is the National Guard area for Cleveland County National Guard right there. And then you've got all these parks all over the city of Norman, Oklahoma. Side note, niche.com says that Norman, Oklahoma is number 2 best young professional place to live in Oklahoma. Number 3 best professional place to live in best place for young professionals. And number 3 best place to live in Oklahoma altogether, folks. So that is some great information. Crime, Norman, Oklahoma gets a C+. But again, folks, I think that comes down to population. The more people you have living in an area, the more times that people are going to have disagreements. I really think that's all that is. Every time I'm driving through any one of these cities that we're talking about, I never feel like there's crime around me. Me personally, I don't, folks. So I hope that helps out. Thumbs up if that helps out. Now let's go to the number one city, according to niche.com, that you want to live in when you're relocating to, moving to, or moving within the Oklahoma City metro area, and that is Edmond. Edmond, folks, great schools, great police force, great shopping, great transportation. Edmond has it. Edmond has it. And according to niche.com, Edmond's got it, folks. It absolutely does. It receives an A+ overall niche for the state of Oklahoma in suburbs to live by the Oklahoma City metro area. With a population of 93,000, I think that's low. Folks. I think it's a lot higher than that. And the housing is absolutely off. Housing in Edmond, Oklahoma, you're sitting at a medium of $344,000 with an average of $400,000 for Edmond. So it's a lot closer to the national average, but it's also the best place to live in the Oklahoma City metro area. So better places with better elementary schools, better high schools, better police force, better transportation, better things offered to the citizens. You pay for the value. You pay for the better stuff. Okay, does that make sense? And this is all according to niche.com. Scrolling on down, here is the city of Edmond. It goes over half northwest half, northeast half of Oklahoma city limits. And then looking at Edmond, number one best place to live in Oklahoma, number one best place for everyone to live in Oklahoma, number one best place in Oklahoma with public schools. The public schools, number one best place in Oklahoma, according to niche.com. Now, there is a large population in Edmond, Oklahoma, and it only gets a C+ rating. But folks, I want to tell you from all of the customers that we've helped over the last 15 years, when it comes to real estate needs in Edmond, Oklahoma, they at least seem always very, very happy with the police in Edmond, Oklahoma. And I don't think people feel scared in Edmond, Oklahoma at all when it comes to crime and safety. I don't. Diversity, they also get an A-. And then when you're working in Edmond, Oklahoma, they have an A- for jobs. And then where is that other silly place? Did I skip it? Where is it? Okay, right here. Edmond, Oklahoma. Oh, I already did it. Number one. Folks, if you found value in today's video, I'm going to have two other videos pop up at the end of the screen. Click on them. One of them is going to be living in Edmond, Oklahoma. The other one is going to be in living in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Check out those playlists. Check out all the videos that my team and I have done over the last 2 years on moving to, relocating to, and moving within the Oklahoma City metro area. We put this channel together to provide you as much information as possible so you can research the Oklahoma City metro area and make a super educated decision. In doing so, all we do is hope to earn your business in helping you with all your real estate needs. Thank you so much for watching today's video, especially on the live, Miss Lucas. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And yes, your friend lives in Edmond, Oklahoma, feels safe. Absolutely. I feel safe every time I'm there too. There's not a city in Oklahoma that I haven't felt safe in, me personally, but I weigh a lot and I look like Uncle Fester. So I don't really have much to worry about when I'm walking around inside the Oklahoma City metro area. Folks, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found value in it, definitely please give it a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm, that helps out the channel, and helps other people know that this might be something that they want to reach out to and watch. And as always, the team of agents that I work with, eXp Realty and I, we're absolutely here to earn your business, and we'd love to help you with all your real estate needs. Make it a great day. Check out some of the other channels, or just go take a break, because this video was awesome, and now you need a break. Maybe get a little ice cream cone and enjoy some ice cream sitting on the front porch watching the sun go down. We'll see you guys on the next video.